Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. And in this video, I will show you the purchase requisition that are created by me and are in pending status for approval. So let me show what I mean by that. Let me go to procurement and sourcing and let me navigate. Here we go. And if you will go to purchase requisition, or instead of this, let me open this form. So here if you see, all these purchase requisition are created by me, and the status they are. So let me open any random one here. For example, let me open this one 131, and let me go to workflow history. Okay, so here if you see, this one is cancelled, right? Now I need to know only those purchase requisition where the workflow status is pending. For example, if I open this one, I go to my workflow history, and here if you can see the status is pending. So let me write in a notepad. So I'm interested in those purchase requisition which are created by me. Okay, I can say here created by me, and the second where the workflow status is pending. So let's see how we can write code for this. So what I will do, I will create a new class, click on add, click on class. Here I can say pending purchase requisition workflow. I will click add, and this will eventually help me to get a runnable class. Okay, now the first entry point would be our purchase requisition table. The first thing is that we should know whether these purchase requisition are created by us. So I will define my purchase rec table first, then I can define a buffer for my purchase rec table. Okay, then I can write. So what I will do, I will either I can create a query or I can loop as well. So what should I do? Should I go with query or class? So I think we will go with a simple class. So what I will do, I will say here while select my purchase rec table, I will iterate through my purchase rec table. Now I will need to put some filter, right? So I will need to say where my purchase rec table, there's a field called originator, and here what I can do, I can use my this HCM worker lookup dot current worker. Okay, so this will only give me those purchase requisition which I'll be creating. So if you will see code for this one, so here if you will see, here we will simply get the worker ID, and here the current worker user ID will be calculated. So eventually it will give us the current user. Okay, now this is ready, and let me save this first. Let me see why this error is coming. Okay, now we type on, yeah. So here if you see, then it will only give us those purchase requisition which will be created by me, but we also need the purchase requisition where the workflow status is pending. So for that I will use my workflow tracking status table, and I can say workflow tracking status table, and now I will join my workflow tracking status table. I can copy this and now I can define my join between these two tables. So I can say dot there's a field called context rec id. Yeah, here we go, which should be equals to our perch rec table dot rec id, and let me put the table id as well. So I can say here workflow tracking status table dot context table id equals to perch rec table dot table id, and I believe this should be sufficient. And here I can display those purchase requisition. So I can say info strfmt. I can say purchase requisition number, and then I can say workflow status. So from here I can say purge. I need to close this. Here I can say purge rec table dot purge rec id, and then similarly here I can say workflow, or let me try to paste this, dot tracking status, and I will close this. Okay, now this is ready. So let me do a build. Let me just reiterate, okay, originator, then we are doing join. Yeah, so let's do a build, then we'll see. So the build is completed and my data is ready. So here if you see, I'm getting 132, 33, 34 and 31. So if you go here, so I'm getting 31, 2, 3, 4. So the reason for that is the purchase. So there is no workflow for this. So if you see this initial 1, 2, 3, 4, we haven't submitted any workflow or anything. So that's why they are not coming. And the second thing is that all of them are coming. The reason for that is we haven't put any filter here. So for example, if I would have put filter like and I say and workflow tracking status table dot let me again put dot here. So field would be tracking status this one, and additionally the enum would be workflow tracking status pending. So if we'll put this filter, we'll be only getting the pending ones. So for example, we'll get 34 and 32. So this is how you can know what all workflows are in pending status. Thanks for watching this video.